Cancelled.
Schweezy.
Okay, and last thing I want to talk about, I'm going to just talk about this pretty quickly. I watched Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I went to a movie theater. I went to a real-life movie theater. I got popcorn. I got soda. Got everything. I did the whole experience. My feet were sticky on my Crocs stuck to the floor of the movie theater. It was great. And Fear of the Gods, I have to say, I fucking really enjoyed that movie. I think I don't know, like when you say the DC movies, it's like, oh, do you consider like the TV movie they made for Linda Carter? I'm like, I don't know. Adam West, I don't know. But I'm talking about like, recent movies, I thought it was really great. I think critics didn't like it, but fans really liked it. It's very much, I think just critics hate superhero movies right now, and like we're still into them. So it's like, let us watch these, please. But I think Shazam, I think this movie has really cemented it in DC's most underrated franchise. I assume with the medium soft reboot of DC that I think Shazam's going to be in it because James Gunn's wife was in the movie. And I assume, I really do assume that the Peacemaker catalog of people, the Suicide Squad people, will probably make their way back into to the new DC, instead of the DCEU, DCU, which finally they're fucking figuring that shit out. So no, that's one thing. I don't want to spoil too much about this movie, so I'm going to try not to, but here's one thought I had. Every woman in the movie's hot. You're like, Helen Mirren's the bad guy. I'm like, you're telling me you wouldn't fuck her? You're telling me you wouldn't fuck Helen Mirren? I would 100%. It's like someone asking if you'd fuck Betty White, like when she was 99. It's like, as a courtesy, I will do it for her enjoyment. I would probably enjoy it too. I'm gonna be honest. It's Betty fucking White, dude. But no, in Fury of the Gods, every woman's hot in the game except for the little girl. The Shazam adult her is hot though. Let's not get that wrong. But like especially with Rachel Zegler, who plays Anthena. See the movie, it'll make more sense. And she could get a man to do anything for her. You're like, I want you to fucking stab yourself. All right, you want me to slit my throat? Actually, I would think slitting my throat would do it if you want me to kill myself. She's like, actually, yes, slit your throat. I'm like, okay. And slit my throat I do. Like that woman, like, and she's like flirting with the cripple Freddy. And like that Freddy's like, I'm going to protect her with everything I do. I'm like, yeah, I would do the same. At the same time, I'm going to tell you, like, don't live your life for a woman like this. But I'm like, also, it's Rachel Zegler. I'm like, she's like, she is younger than me, but like, also like, I feel like I'm still young. I could be convinced to do anything. She could convince me to do any fucking thing, dude. Anyways, also do want to say, they need to stop having bullies beat the shit and like fucking assault Freddy. I assume it's a very light form of cerebral palsy because he only has to have one crutch, and even without the crutch, he kind of moved okay. But I feel like that's just like the movie trying to make it work, and the actor's like, okay, what would someone like this do? He's a decent actor, the kid. Anyways, though, like Rachel Zegler would do anything for me. And don't pick on cripples, people. God already, God damn it, dude. God already did that. And like, if God's being a dick to someone, don't be a dick to him too, Only God can be a dick to me, that is good advice though. If God's being a dick to someone, don't be a dick to them too. You shouldn't be a dick to people, but like, also, if like, God's already being a dick to someone. Like, I remember I met people, like, yeah, I see why these people are bullied, but I'm not going to bully them because God is already bullying them. But also we have the question, will the Shazam franchise make it into the new DCU? I think people who worked on the film were just like, and it's like a Peter Safran thing. He's the co with James Gunn. I feel like it's gonna be okay. James Gunn also mentions like, yeah, it's kind of happening. It hasn't really had a need to connect with anything yet, and then what James Gunn wants to do is kind of reboot a lot of things to make it, worthwhile for a team up or whatever. Like Justice Society, that was a good fucking thing. His wife was in the movie. I have to assume it's gonna stay. I'm just making a guess here, but yeah, the Flash movie is going to apparently like reset a lot of things, and James Gunn's like, it's a really good movie, and then everyone's like, that fucking they them pedophile is in it, and I feel like they can make it like, look, we filmed all this long before that shit happened. And a lot of people worked on this movie. That's the problem with the background thing. A lot of people work on movies. And their work should be celebrated. Even, like, if you watch Morbius, it's like, yeah, the script sucked. But then, like, you see, like, some scenes and, like, you look at how things were colored or look at how things were placed in the background and how the director had him standing. I'm like, there's things you can appreciate. Like, those people working on those films, I feel like, was it... Gary Clark Jr. I was going to say dude from Austin, like Gary Clark Jr. He did, a cover "Come Together" by the Beatles for the Justice League soundtrack, not the Zack Snyder one, the Joss Whedon one. And that song was really cool. Like that version was really cool, but it was with a shit movie. So you're like, well, they got a cool song for it, Yada yada yada. Though, anyways, I really hope they keep the Shazam franchise going. It is really fun. It is really fun. It's really fun to see like kids being adult superheroes, It's like kids being superheroes, but kids being adult superheroes. Everyone sees them as adults, but like they're kids, Very, very, very goofy stuff.
I like that.
Thank you for watching this clip. Watch it again or watch some